What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the exclusive Detroit Steel. This box has a little bit of weight to it. Let's see what's inside. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the Encountered Culture.
Anyway, stop being me place. Counter-culture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we are looking at Detroit Steel. Let's see what's going on. Looking at the box, so we do get a nice image of Detroit Steel here. Up in the top corner, you do get the Marvel Legends logo in the comic book style, like you would see on the front of a comic book. We have seen that on some packs in the past. I do like that. It's a nice little touch. You got the Detroit Steel logo there, a nice big image. Iron Man related character. Flip it to this side. There is your sort of diagnostic image of Detroit Steel, like you would see if Tony Stark's looking at his big display there. This is sort of on his computer screen sort of thing is what it looks like. Flip it to the back. There's your render. You have a nice large figure, 9.2 inches tall. He's going to come with some accessories to attach, but not a lot of extras. So it doesn't look like any extra hands or anything like that, but there are going to be some things in there. You got your important information at the bottom there. Flip it to their side. There is another render of Detroit Steel. But let's see what's in the box. Fresh out the box, this thing is massive. This is a cool figure. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. Basically, I don't know anything about Detroit Steel. Not a character I'm familiar with, but I will be going and checking out some comics. Thanks to, having Marvel Unlimited really does help me in those cases. So I do enjoy that. But this is obviously something from, an era where I was already kind of out of comics for the most part. But this has definitely piqued my interest. So I will certainly be going and seeing what's going on here. Just a really cool figure. So that was the draw. Part of this hobby for me is a little bit of that, right? There's the first half is the nostalgia part based on the comics that I grew up reading, those characters that I loved, and being able to have characters of those. And then the other half is seeing characters that I'm not super familiar with and then going and checking out those comics to get an idea of what's going on. So it's definitely a sort of reciprocal in that sense. So I do enjoy that aspect of collecting Marvel Legends. So looking at this guy though, like I said, big boy, certainly a cool figure, got some heft to him, just a crazy design going on. I don't know, this is cool. This is what it's all about when it comes to like crazy action figures, right? So a lot going on here. I know it's a lot of reuse from the MCU Mandroid, right, or Ironmonger, I mean. So that is cool in a way that they were able to reuse some of that without it looking like super reuse. I don't have that. I don't collect a lot of MCU, so for me, and I assume a lot of collectors, even though it is reuse, this is the first instance of that you'll have in your collection. So that does give it sort of its own displayability in that sense, without looking redundant, right? So that's cool. All right, so he is big. He's got a lot going on as far as articulation goes. So you do get the arm to go up about that high. You come down, it'll go all the way around. You get the elbow there. It'll only go up about that much. I mean, look, this thing's huge, so it's going to be limited in some aspects, but just already just a crazy looking figure. So you do get a decent amount of swivel in there. I don't know how much you're going to be moving this guy. I don't know how dynamic you need it to be. He's got guns. He's got some things going on. So he'll display nice regardless of whether or not he does have a ton of motion. So this is a cool little, it popped out, but it'll pop right back in. But that was a cool little touch. So, just be mindful. It's okay if it pops out. That'll slide right back in there. No worries about it. I'll deal with it later. Coming down to the legs. So, you get about that going back with the knee. The leg will kick up. Not very much. You don't get a ton on that part of the leg. But you do get some movability. So I would say if you're concerned about articulation and range of motion and what you're able to do, this might not be the figure for you. But if you're just into some cool, crazy figures to add to your collection, this is your guy. This is your guy. All right, so you do get the minigun turret situation over here. Looks similar to the Deathlock one, but I don't think it's the same one. So I mean, look, there's not a lot going on here as far as accessories, articulation, etc. But as far as just a different, cool, random figure character to add to your collection, this guy's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at some of the effects. So he does have these fins, wings, whatever you want to call them, that will just pop in the back here. There are a total of 3, so don't be alarmed, thinking that, maybe you missed one or you lost one. Only 3. So you have 2 big and 1 smaller one. And then they just kind of snap in the back right there. Maybe try to do it correctly, but whatever. And boom, just like that. So they just go right in there. They add that extra element to the figure. And then as far as accessories, as I said when looking at the box, we are very limited, but I think if you have been collecting for a while, you have sort of an amount of accessories, so you definitely have some of these you can add in there. I like this though. This was different. I don't recall having, at least I don't think I have any figures that came with this part of the accessory. So that's a nice little touch. It just kind of, they snap in together just to give it that little extra oomph. So pretty neat. For your size comparison, I did put Detroit Steel backed up against an Iron Man because that made the most sense, so you can get an idea of what he's going to look like compared to your average Iron Man figure. So as you can tell, this is a giant beast of a figure compared to your 6-inch standard around 6-inch figure. So pretty crazy, man. This is what I like. So I like these big beefy figures. Should look cool in the collection. I just don't know where I'm going to be able to squeeze this guy in. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks. So there you have it. There is Detroit Steel. This was a nice quick video. Downsides, not a lot going on as far as accessories are concerned. But the upside here is that this is just a nice big random character. Kind of the thing, one of the things I really like to add to the collection are random characters that exist throughout Marvel, right? So this for me is cool. I'm here for it. It's not for everybody. Totally understand that. If it's not for you, no worries. Not everybody. You don't have to get everything, and you don't have to like everything. So if you like it, great. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Of course, if you are over on Instagram or you are over on Whatnot, feel free to check it out there as well. But either way, I appreciate you dropping in here and checking out this video. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you'll never see us again.